Namaskar Rajivji. I have one question. I was discussing this philosophy with one of my Brahmin friends, and what he told me is that history shows that Sanskriti was used against the Shudras. For example, not Shudras but to oppress people. For example, Sant Jnaneshwar from Maharashtra. He was a kid of a sannyasi, so he was not taken into the Brahmin fold, and in the scriptures they used was this Sanskriti to suppress him. So how should we respond to?
So the thing is, you can have individual cases of any kind. I mean, you can find that English language was used to write about slavery. So do you condemn the English language today? I mean, I could go back and tell you all the arguments for slavery, all the arguments by slave owners were written in English. I could keep on doing workshops and conferences and write all kind of PhD dissertations about English and slavery and show that English was used. The point is, but also beautiful things were written in English. And so, and it's not the fault of English. I mean, some people, there are always some counter examples. So there are counter examples where somebody who was Brahmin, who was Sanskrit speaking, abused and abused certain people. That you cannot condemn the whole tradition for that. You would not condemn all of Latin because Latin had full of all kind of horrible things in it. Hebrew had, the Hebrew Bible had all kinds of things about worse oppression than that. You look at Greek, Plato and Socrates had slaves. They had slaves. And in Plato's Republic, he talks about genocide. He says it's okay. Under certain conditions, it's okay. So you don't condemn the whole Greek classics and you don't condemn the whole Greek language because I can go looking for that. If I'm a political philologist, rather than looking at Sanskrit texts with political philology motives, like Pollock has. If I'm a political philologist, that's what my challenge to him is. You use the same political philology methods and apply it to Arabic and you will condemn Islam. You apply it to Greek and you condemn the whole Greek classics. You apply it to Hebrew and you condemn the old Bible. So you can do that to anybody. I'm sure, I don't know anything about Mandarin, but I'm sure if you study the Mandarin old text, you'll find all kinds of human rights violations. So I think we are too apologetic. What we have to say is, yes, we shouldn't claim that everything was perfect. That we should not claim. Otherwise, if we were perfect human beings, we wouldn't have to take birth again. So the reason we are born is because we have work to do to improve ourselves. We should admit that. We should be humble and say, I got a lot of problems, I have to work on it. So yes, you can keep finding faults with all of this. But I just don't think we should condemn a whole civilization and a whole way of life. We should look for solutions. We also have had solutions within there are people who created problems in our civilization, but we've also had people who found solutions to them, people who argued against it and who had reforms. So we should be happy. We do not need all the reforms that happened in our culture were from within. None of them were Ford Foundation funded projects from outside. None of them were some Marxists coming, some feminists coming with a big danda, some US Commission on Religious Freedom putting sanctions and demanding that you have to change. No foreign intervention was required for these thousands of years, and our civilization kept evolving and improving. We had problems, we solved them. We had problems, we solved them. We did not require some danda from an outside oppressor. That is oppression. To come from an outside to a civilization and really try to condemn them and try to force them to change. I think that is what is oppression.